Now, there has been someone we've been hearing from a lot lately, and I've kind of had it. I'm done. I've reached my limit. It could be the Kelseys, but it's not them.
Taylor Swift?
Could be Taylor Swift, not them. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, God.
I know so much about her relationship, her love life, her sex life, and I didn't ask for any of it. Yeah. Every single time I open up my phone, it is her just dropping some new bombshell about her life and her relationship. And I'm not like a crazy Will Smith fan or anything. I don't particularly care about the guy. And I feel so bad for him because every time he opens up his phone, it's just his wife spilling his dirty laundry everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to know anything about their life anymore.
It's just like, at what point are we not going to care? At what point is everybody just going to open their phone and be like, so? Like, we're done. That's it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear from Will Smith. Probably ever again.
We're starting a
segment
segment with it.
Right. I don't care.
Obviously, we're doing it. We're keeping them around.
I'm not going to say anything the rest of the segment then.
Well, she just did a sit-down interview, and I feel like she closed the book on all of it, right?
She knows she's opening the book because she's selling one.
Yeah.
Right,
and she's doing a bunch of interviews.
But I think that book is actually closing the book on the entire topic.
No, because she said she wants to write a book together with Will Smith.
Leave the guy alone, for
I don't know
God's
if
sake.
it's relation advice, but I don't want life advice.
I'm with you on that one.
Tony, what is your issue?
My issue is, at what point is Will going to be like, you know what? I'm done with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, leave me alone. He continues to just be back there like, oh, yeah, she's making fun of me. Okay, guys, this is cool. Like, it's pathetic.
If we're going to ban books, let's start here.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's pathetic at this point.
I have no problem with her writing a book and like doing all this media. My problem with the entire celebrity memoir media cycle is that a lot of celebrities, and like I saw this happen with Prince Harry when he wrote his book, and now it's happening with Britney Spears' book. The PR people leak out all of these things that are going to be revealed in the book ahead of time as part of this like media cycle. And then by the time the book comes out, I'm like, I feel like I read the book.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need
I like that part about it.
I don't know if I need to read this
Same.
now because every salacious thing that you are going to reveal has now been on my timeline for like 4 months. I'm good.
It's like she loves Tupac. Tupac's been dead for 30 years. Like, what are we doing?
I mean,
Well, it's just part of the book. It's part of her story.
book, yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
he was a childhood friend of hers.
I'm just saying.
What are you supposed to do there?
What are you supposed to do? I don't care about it. So
What are you upset about, though?
I'm just upset about the whole thing.
That she used Tupac to try to sell a book?
No, well, yes, partially. But
Right.
the whole thing with Will Smith, right? Keep my wife's name out your mouth. You guys hadn't been together for 7 years before that. She didn't want you to do that, and you felt the need for whatever reason to go slap Chris Rock on national TV inexplicably for no reason.
Sounds like your problems with Will Smith, though.
I do have a problem with Will Smith, yeah.
I actually like Jada, and I like that she explained what happened there
really
because
care.
a lot of people blame Jada for Will doing that, and she said, no, I didn't tell Will to do that.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with Will, which is the weird part, why
Well,
he did that.
I mean,
She wants to sell the books.
to an extent, yeah.
I just think there are some things that they should be hashed out with your therapist.
Let them
before
figure it out,
you go
yeah.
to the
We don't
Today
need to
Show
be
and
involved
tell
in
all-
this, yeah.
I hope they're both happy. I hope their lives are great. I just want to know a little bit less about what's going on with you because I'm not seeking this information out. It is just bombarding me every day where I'm like, I really don't want to know what your relationship is like at all.
It's like, how are you doing? I'm good. And you just move on. Exactly. I don't need to know all this information. Like,
Right, but
I hope you guys figure this out in private, away from me. I don't care.
But in private, how do
Exactly.
you know about it? And how does everybody know about
But
it?
this
I
is
don't
a
need
private-
to. I don't need to know about it.
I know, but they want you to know about it.
But guys, it's
This could be going on in your life. I
Time
don't
out.
know about
It's a
it.
celebrity memoir.
Time
Like,
out.
what?
Well,
It will
Tony,
if I watch the fights during
Tony,
the
if
wedding.
you were part of a power couple and could
Right.
continue to make money off being a power couple, would you not do it?
Of course.
Right. So what's wrong? What are we doing?
What salacious things are you going to have
They're making a buck.
in your book that you have coming out?
You have no idea.
You have a book deal,
I did.
according to you.
Yes, but it's my personal record
But
book.
you know Stugotz would, if he did have any salacious things in his book, he would tell us all, like
I would.
months ahead of time.
I think
'cause
he's
he can't
holding
keep a
he's holding
secret.
on to them for the lawsuit.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
What lawsuits? What are you talking about?
Well, you know
Don't worry
the
about that.
You always have a file. I feel
Why
like you
should I
have a
not worry
file.
about my own lawsuit?
Oh.
Are you guys planning a lawsuit on my behalf?
No, I didn't say
No,
that.
no.
Okay.
Nobody said
little
that.
class action,
No.
action,
Claction.
action.
Right.
Oh.
I'm interested in this couple. I am.
No,
I
you're
mean,
not.
I
Are you going to buy the
What?
book? You're not going to read the book.
I'm not going to buy the book, but I'm interested. Like, listen, she's not doing Will any favors. I will tell you that.
How much more do you want
It's
to
her life.
know? Like, how much do you need to know here?
But it's up to you what you want to know. right?
I would say that it is and it isn't, where like I don't care about their relationship. I really don't. And she's been talking about it for years. She's had Will Smith on Red Table Talk after cheating on him.
Clowning him.
Yeah.
But he
He's
agreed.
sitting there
And he
clowned.
agreed.
Guys, he agreed to
It's
do
agreed.
it.
No. But it's one of those things where, like, if she wants to put it out there, that's great. But it's every time I open up TikTok, every time I open up my phone, it is just new information that I'm like, I don't really feel like this should be something I should know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think I should know this.
It's also being revealed like in drops. It's like just
That's
get
what
it,
I mean.
Get it
that's,
all out
that's
there.
the
I'm
whole
good.
Rip the
PR
Band-Aid
cycle.
off.
That's
Yeah,
the whole
that's how you
PR
promote
cycle
it,
of the
right?
book.
I
Yes.
You give a couple of interesting nuggets. You don't give them everything, and then you're forced to read the book if you want it all.
The problem is that it's everything is being put out there. Like all of the interesting stuff gets out there before the book, and that's not just with Jada. Like Jess was saying, like it feels like every celebrity memoir cycle is sort of like how music has changed in that way, where like there aren't really albums anymore. It's like you just get 12 singles and then they release the album, but that's the whole album. Like that's the way that the PR cycle is working, where it's you need to satisfy it the entire time for months beforehand, and it's like it doesn't really leave anything left for you to go find.
No, I think they're making a great point. And I would say, yeah, I have more issue with just the cycle of the PR. And it's just wildly uncomfortable to see people who are married just his wife just shitting on him in public. It's not something I just want to be a part of. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. And it's a lot of the PR cycle. I just want less.
Do you guys feel like Will should get a piece of the book? Do you think Will is getting a piece of the book?
No. Why would he get a piece of the book?
I mean, he's a big part of the book, and they're married, and they
They're
support
not.
each
It's her
other.
life. They're
Sham,
not,
sham
They are
marriage.
married. They
Sham
live
marriage.
separately, but they are married.
Shamage.
It's a sham marriage?
Sham marriage.
Okay.
It's been for a while.
I'm assuming he must have given her permission to do this stuff, because it's the same reason with, when he went on Red Table Talk,
Right.
he was there. He was willing to be there. It's just something that it's like if you're at a party and a couple's fighting in front of you, you're like, oh man, I want nothing to do with this. I'm really just trying to have a good time, and you guys can figure this out behind closed doors. It's just not something that I want to be here for.
It's like when you make out with somebody else's wife at the Halloween party, and
Yeah,
then all of a sudden
right.
they have a fight, and you're like, whoa, I just thought it was my wife. What's happening here?
Yeah,
don't
but I
know.
feel like most people want those details. Like when you see a couple fighting at a party, they're like, what's going on there, right?
Yeah, no, that is true.
You
I
want to be
run away from
involved in
that.
like marital strife? Why?
I just think it's what people talk. It's gossip. That's all. Hey, what's going on with our friends down the street, Something's off there. I like that stuff.
I think it might be my fault.
Right? I like the dirt. I do.
I think it is human nature to gossip.
Of course. Especially about celebrities. Like, we're not interested in Will Smith suddenly? Get out of
Not
here.
really. I mean,
But
what
we need a
is-
little left for the imagination. We know pretty much everything that's going on between the two of them.
What's the last thing that Will or Jada did outside from like this?
Terrible movies.
I Am
He literally
Legend.
won an Oscar last year.
For what? Yeah.
When he slapped Chris Rock.
For
Yeah,
I
what-
forget the name of the movie.
Exactly.
No, but it
That's-
was
I mean, that's the
Richard
state of it.
Williams.
I'm blanking on it.
King
yeah,
Richard.
King Richard. That's what
Right.
it was called. I
Right.
forgot
Didn't
what it
see
was
it.
I
called.
just called it Richard
I knew what it
Williams.
was about. I don't remember the name. He won an Oscar.
Yeah.
The same
Like,
night.
it
Everyone
was a
wins
pretty big.
Oscars.
It was a pretty big deal. It was a big movie.
Except Meryl Streep. I mean,
She has like 7.
she has 2.
To Billy's point, though, like
you know
all
that
of
off the
this,
top of your head?
all of the stuff the last couple of years just made us forget what the movie was. That like I feel like if that slap never happens, that would have been right at the top of our tongue.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you,
No
it
way.
was at the time. Like that was a big movie.
He hasn't made a good movie in like 15 years.
Yeah.
He
I-
just
I
won
like the
Best
Williams.
Did you
Actor.
watch King Richard?
I didn't.
I liked King Richard. Then
You didn't watch Richard Williams?
No, I didn't watch Richard Williams. But other than that, name a good movie.
Men in
Will
Black.
Smith.
Men in Black 5. I'm back.